to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the New York Jets. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3.
Here we go. 319! 319!
Now they'll run it on the toss. He finds an opening past the 40. Oh, now he both defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. The first play from scrimmage? Some of these people haven't even taken their seat.
That's what is commonly known as a fast start. That's what my horse racing friends would say. They caught a flyer out of the gate, and guess what? They're in the lead now.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Smith, his first carry, and he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
All right, here we go. Blue landed.
He'll look to throw. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Detroit! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue landed. Blue
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll set up to throw. And that will be incomplete as well.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
And now out come the Jets. 2 sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. And they'll go on the ground. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Over.
Walletta looking to throw on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Redskins. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
And maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. On play action, they'll throw. He'll buy some time right. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Washington. Jamison Crowder, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Redskins have tied it here. The extra point to come can put him in the driver's seat. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Ball led on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And all the way down to the 35. Big yardage that time for the Jets. And even 40 yards.
Detroit!
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Detroit!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. The shotgun snap to Lawletta. Going to throw deep for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Hot!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! No. Check! Patriot! Patriot!
Now a play fake here on first down. Hurts has it left side. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, not that we had any questions, but it's obvious his arm does not hurt today, does it? He does not mind slinging it around.
He is firing that pigskin around the yard.
Yeah, putting it deep downfield, taking shots. Unsuccessful there, but I like his moxie.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. That's the first catch of the game for Goodwin. It's a 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2 seconds to go, first quarter.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got it first and goal at the 6. Now we've got whistles here before the snap. Was this on the Redskins? I think so. The situation changes a bit now. First and goal from back at the 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. No. Check. Patriot.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal?
Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Smith. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Ito Smith, his second touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
And they'll run it here. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On second down, here's Lauletta. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done.
Hey. 4 down. Leopard! Gun! All right, now, lucky 56.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Detroit! Watch the ship! Hey!
Lauletta from the 50. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Here we go now. Blue 90!
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Geis with a carry on second down. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Jets on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 14. Out of the gun, Lauletta. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down at the 28. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And his kick here is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
No, check, Patriot, Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Crowder's got it over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance.
Touchdown, Washington. Ito Smith. His second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Lawletta now on second. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The Jets on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
No. Check. Patriot! Patriot! Gun!
And on the ground they go with a running back. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Let's get out of there.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Redskins who have the lead here. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll roll him out right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Blue Lanny. Blue Lanny.
On the handoff, it's Geis. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man. You can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Set. Blue Lanny. Blue Lanny. Detroit. Detroit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they'll set up with a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4. Down at a yard. It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. His throw incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Receives the pitch. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
That's a football play right there. That takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get it to your back. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. Wide receivers blocking downfield. It almost feels like half the crowd is in front of him, getting it down to the secondary. They have a tough time getting him down.
Guy showing he's going to be an important part of this Redskin backfield as he's in there again for 1st down.
Detroit!
Back to the ground on 1st. It's Geis. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll hand it out to Geis. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw here. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game charts.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. They'll drop to throw. And that's caught by Smith. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this third quarter of play.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
And the ball situated at the 9, second and goal. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal?
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll try and run forward with Smith. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
This offense bent the defense in their long drive downfield, but once they got within sight of the goal line, the defense went to don't break mode and is stiffened.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And this one is right through. And that will give them a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Lawletta on 1st down. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he's taken down.